A proposal that stole the spotlight, and Meghan Markle's reaction that sparked outrage. The Invictus Games 2025, an event designed to honor resilience, sacrifice, and the triumph of the human spirit. It was supposed to be a moment of pure joy, a symbol of hope and love rising from the ashes of adversity. But what happened on the court that night in Vancouver-Whistler took an unexpected turn, one that left the crowd cheering, cameras flashing, and one royal figure standing in cold, uncomfortable silence. British athlete and Afghanistan war veteran James Cairns had just finished an intense wheelchair basketball game. A moment that should have been about the sport, about camaraderie, quickly became something else entirely. As he wheeled to the center of the court, the stadium buzzed with curiosity. And then, he reached into his pocket. The crowd gasped. Hannah Wild, his girlfriend, stood frozen on the sidelines, her hands covering her mouth in shock. James, who had faced the horrors of war and survived life-altering injuries, was now doing something equally brave, putting his heart on the line. Dropping to one knee, he held out a ring. The audience erupted into cheers. Athletes, coaches, and spectators alike rose to their feet, clapping, celebrating the emotional proposal. Prince Harry, the founder of the Invictus Games, grinned from ear to ear, clapping vigorously, his enthusiasm mirroring the energy of the crowd. He rushed over, embracing James and Hannah as they shared a tearful, love-filled moment. It was a scene straight out of a fairy tale. And then, there was Meghan Markle. Standing nearby, arms crossed, lips pressed together, unmoving. No smile. No claps. Just cold, impenetrable indifference. Meghan Markle's deafening silence. Was it intentional? As Prince Harry beamed with pride, basking in the love and resilience on display, his wife stood like a statue. No attempt to join in the celebration, no reaction that indicated even the slightest joy for the couple. The contrast was staggering. This wasn't just any moment, it was a moment that embodied everything the Invictus Games stood for: perseverance, triumph over adversity, and the power of love. And yet, Meghan Markle, a woman who has built an entire public image around advocacy and empowerment, appeared completely disconnected from it. Why? Was it mere disinterest? A lapse in judgment? Or was it something deeper, an intentional act, designed to subtly redirect the focus back onto herself? Social media wasted no time dissecting her reaction. Within minutes, #MeghanMarkleCold and #InvictusProposal were trending worldwide. Public backlash. Why even show up? Comment sections exploded. She stood there like a queen above it all. No claps. No emotion. Just blank disinterest. If you're going to be that detached, why even come? One user wrote. A man who gave everything for his country just had one of the most important moments of his life, and she couldn't even crack a smile? Meghan Markle proves again, it's only about her when she's the center of attention, another posted. Royal commentators and media outlets took notice as well. British journalist Piers Morgan weighed in, tweeting, if this were Kate Middleton, she'd be hugging them both, cheering with the crowd. But Meghan, too busy making sure the cameras weren't on someone else. This says it all. American outlets, usually more sympathetic toward Meghan, couldn't ignore the footage either. Talk shows dissected the viral clip, questioning the optics of a woman who claims to champion love, but in a moment of pure human connection, was nowhere to be found emotionally. The psychology of Meghan's silence. A power play? Meghan Markle is no stranger to public scrutiny, but this moment felt different. It wasn't about words. It wasn't about PR spins or carefully crafted statements. It was about what wasn't said, what wasn't done. Body language experts weighed in. Dr. Lillian Glass, an expert in nonverbal communication, described Meghan's posture as deliberately closed off, signaling disinterest or even discomfort with the situation. She noted that crossed arms, a tense mouth, and a lack of engagement suggest detachment or even passive disapproval. Was this a subconscious reaction? Or was Meghan actively choosing not to celebrate a moment that wasn't about her? Some theorized that Meghan's non-reaction was an attempt to shift the focus. She knew cameras would capture her every move. By doing nothing, she ensured that people would talk about her reaction, or lack thereof, rather than just the proposal itself. And in a way, it worked. The next day, headlines weren't just about James Cairns' heartwarming proposal. They were also about Meghan Markle's iciness. Mission accomplished. A moment of love overshadowed by Meghan's coldness. The Invictus Games are not just an event, they're a movement. A cause deeply personal to Prince Harry, built around honoring the sacrifices of those who have given everything for their country. James Cairns' proposal should have been remembered as a defining moment of Invictus 2025, a testament to love and resilience. Instead, it became another Meghan Markle controversy. Her refusal to acknowledge the moment left a bitter taste, a stark reminder of the growing perception that she is disconnected from the values Prince Harry holds dear. While he clapped, cheered, and embraced the couple, she remained silent. While the world celebrated, she stood motionless. In the end, James Cairns and Hannah Wild walked off the court engaged and overjoyed. Prince Harry smiled, proud of the event he had built. And Meghan Markle? She walked away with a fresh wave of public criticism, another example of how even in a moment that had nothing to do with her, she somehow managed to make it about herself. Was it indifference? A power move? Or just another sign that Meghan Markle and the world Prince Harry loves are growing further and further apart? The silence speaks volumes.